air inside Seoul High's court was thick with tension, a mixture of determination and excitement buzzing through the players and cheerleaders alike. The Seoul Strikers were in the middle of their final practice before the big championship game. The sound of sneakers squeaking against the polished wooden floor echoed, followed by the rhythmic bouncing of the basketball. Kim Hwan wiped the sweat off her brow, her ponytail swaying as she turned toward the court. Her gaze landed on Jungkook, the school's basketball captain, who was effortlessly shooting a perfect three-pointer. She hated to admit it, but the way he moved, so precise and powerful, was mesmerizing. Jungkook caught her staring. A smirk curled on his lips as he dribbled toward her. "Like what you see, Kim," he teased. Hwan scoffed, rolling her eyes. "Hardly. Just making sure our team isn't full of slackers." Jungkook chuckled, tossing the ball toward a teammate. "We'll see about that tomorrow." Their rivalry had always been playful, yet something deeper brewed beneath the surface, a lingering curiosity, a spark neither wanted to acknowledge. The next day, a school fundraiser forced Hwan and Jungkook to work together at the same booth. They were supposed to be selling raffle tickets, but all they did was argue. "You're scaring away customers with your glare," Jungkook muttered. "Oh, I'm sorry. Should I be batting my eyelashes like one of your fan club members?" she shot back. He chuckled, leaning in slightly. "Jealous, Kim?" Hwan's heart stuttered for a split second before she masked it with a scoff. "In your dreams." Yet, as the day went on, their banter softened. They laughed at each other's jokes, and by the end of the event, Hwan found herself enjoying his company more than she expected. That night, as she lay in bed, she found herself staring at the ceiling, thinking about the way Jungkook's eyes had softened when he laughed, the way his dimples appeared when he smirked. Could there be something more? Just when things seemed to be shifting between them, a storm brewed. Hwan discovered Jungkook nursing his shoulder in the locker room, his face twisted in pain. "How long have you been hiding this?" she demanded, arms crossed. Jungkook stiffened. "It's nothing. I can handle it." "You idiot," she muttered. "You're risking everything." Their argument escalated, leading to Hwan storming out. The rumors Leah, Hwan's rival, spread about Hwan only being interested in Jungkook for popularity didn't help, nor did his father's relentless pressure on him to focus solely on basketball. Misunderstandings piled up, and soon, they were barely speaking. The next few days were torture. Every stolen glance between them carried the weight of unsaid words. Hwan tried to convince herself that she didn't care, but every time she saw Jungkook wincing from his injury, her heart clenched. On the night of the championship game, Jungkook struggled with his injury. Hwan, though still upset, led her cheer squad with unshakable determination, rallying the crowd to support him. As the final quarter began, the game was neck and neck. Jungkook's every movement was precise and controlled, but she could see the pain in his expression. With 30 seconds left on the clock, Jungkook made a daring drive toward the basket, dodging defenders. Just as he jumped for a layup, an opponent collided with him in midair. The gym gasped as he crashed onto the floor, clutching his shoulder. Hwan felt her heart stop. The coach called a timeout, but Jungkook refused to be benched. Despite the pain, he played on, determination shining in his eyes. When the final buzzer sounded, the Seoul Strikers had won. The gym erupted into cheers, but Hwan wasn't celebrating. She was already pushing through the crowd, searching for him. Instead of joining his team's celebration, Jungkook found her first, pulling her aside into the now-empty gym. "I was scared," he admitted, voice raw. "Scared that if I let myself love you, I'd lose focus. But the truth is, Hwan, you're the only thing that's kept me going." Hwan swallowed hard, her heart pounding. "You're an idiot, Jungkook." Before he could respond, she crashed her lips against his, pouring all the tension, frustration, and longing into that one kiss. The days after the championship felt surreal. Jungkook and Hwan's relationship wasn't a secret anymore. They still bickered, still challenged each other, but now there was a new understanding between them. One afternoon, as they walked through the school halls, hand in hand, Liao approached them with a guilty expression. "I guess I was wrong," she admitted, though her tone lacked sincerity. "You two actually make sense." Jungkook smirked, pulling Hwan closer. "Took you long enough to figure that out." Hwan rolled her eyes, but smiled nonetheless. The truth was, no matter what rumors had been spread or what obstacles had come their way, they had found their way to each other. As they stood in the middle of the bustling hallway, Jungkook leaned down, whispering, "So, Kim Hwan, are you ready to be my biggest cheerleader in college too?"
She grinned.
"Only if you're ready to be my biggest supporter." He chuckled, pressing a kiss to her forehead. "Always."